Joining me now is author and political commentator Shemeka Michelle.
Shemeka Michelle.
Shemeka Michelle. Shemeka Michelle.
When God looked at man, he said it's not good for man to be alone. He gave him a woman. He didn't give him a village. He didn't give him the community. He said, be fruitful and multiply to this man and this woman. So it's supposed to be God, husband, wife.
If you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always done.
What's up, y'all? So before I get started, let me say for those who will come up here and have something to say about my little cover up here, my little scarf, I really have on this really cute sundress, but I have skipped the gym for a while and I just don't feel like my shoulders are shouldering. You know, I'm your private dancer. They're not shouldering. So put on my little scarf and I'm going to keep right on going. So anyway, I am here to talk about American Eagle and Sydney Sweeney. So this morning, it was in our show topic list for Fearless with Jason Whitlock. I'm on that show for those who don't know, but we didn't talk about it today. Then I got another message of an article that was written because some ESPN writer said that he was mortified by the new ad that American Eagle released with Sydney Sweeney. And then I got a message from the news producer of One America News asking me if I would come on the news to talk about Sydney Sweeney. And I'm thinking, what is going on? Because I was clueless. I saw this come across my timeline, but I didn't see anything going on with it. So I did not stop to really try to figure out what was happening. I saw Doja Cat. That's what I saw first. A commercial, not a commercial, a TikTok that Doja Cat put out mocking Sydney Sweeney, but I didn't know what she was actually mocking. So after all of these people started talking to me about it, I'm thinking, let me go look up to see what is going on with Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle and this new campaign ad. I'm going to just play it for y'all, okay? Let's start there. Hopefully you can hear me because my daughter said, Mom, I charged your mics, but it's not charged. So I would like for Khalees to know I'm going to find your ass. You're fine because it's not charged. But anyway, let's take a look at Sydney Sweeney's ad, or American Eagle's new ad featuring Sydney Sweeney.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has.
Genes are.
So the end was cut off a little bit. At the end, it says Sydney Sweeney has great genes or good genes or something like that. No big deal, right? That's what I was thinking. And I said, maybe I'm missing something. So I rewinded it, as I'm going to do for you, to play it again, because clearly I must be missing something.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has.
Genes are passed down from.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes, right? And I heard them talking about genes are passed down from parents to offspring. They often determine hair color, eye color, whatever character traits. True. But what I didn't know was that this video would spark such outrage by what I'm saying are insecure people who believe they don't have good genes. Now, you can judge for yourself whether you think they have good genes or not, be it blue or the ones their parents passed down, but that's the only way you're going to get up here and do or say some of the things that you all are saying about this ad. I'm going to start with the one that I saw first with Doja Cat. Not too much of a big deal, except she's very popular, and I think that people caught on very quickly which way or how they were supposed to feel about this ad. Let's go to Doja Cat.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
I'm going to give it to you one more time.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Your genes also didn't give you that blonde hair, but that's another story. Let's continue with some of these other videos that people absolutely lost their minds over, okay?
Hey, you want to go to American Eagle?
Oh, I can't go in there because I'm black.
Hey, you want to go to American Eagle?
Do y'all realize you are stupid? Do you realize, young lady, with the beautiful micro locks or sister locks, whatever you have with the blonde dye in it, do you realize you sound stupid feeling like that because of a ad about jeans, Jeans, that was a double entendre with Gene, jeans, that y'all are in an uproar? This is the tip of the iceberg, y'all. Let's continue.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
Nazi propaganda? You fat, out of shape, foolish looking woman. This is why I said you all are insecure, because clearly you aren't a looker, right? I understand that people say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I would guess that most people would not behold beauty looking at you. And so instead of you seeing this commercial and thinking this ad and thinking no big deal, because you're insecure, because you are fat, because you got your bifocals on or whatever, because you got that little I'm mentally retarded ring in your nose, then you have an issue with it. It's a funny ad. Guess what? If I was in the ad and I'm fairly attractive, they could also say I have good genes, because I'm pretty sure I'm older than you are. I'm pretty sure I have had more children than you have, and I would bet my life that most people would think my genes are better than yours, Miss Piggy. Let's move on to the next one, because y'all are nuts.
Really wasn't going to weigh in on this, but here we go. It is so difficult to grow up as a person of color, specifically a woman, and view yourself as beautiful in any sense of the word, growing up in this country. I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture. Take my name if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting. There's a lot of rhetoric right now online about the political ideologies that this represents, and I don't discount that, but for me, I can't help but think about the 13-year-old brown girl who gets all her denim at American Eagle, who already struggles to see her beauty and worth in a world that continues to value white, Eurocentric beauty standards, which I naively thought by this point we would have moved the needle on. And this girl is now wishing she too could wake up with blonde hair and blue eyes. It took me so long, too long in my life to look in the mirror and see beauty. And I hate that that continues to be a shared experience for young brown girls in this country.
Ma'am, that's the personal problem. The fact that I wouldn't even call you ugly. You're a thin-sized, decent-looking young woman. The fact that you have an issue with a jeans company or a clothing company promoting their jeans this way says a lot more about you than anybody else, because self-esteem is personal. That's why it's called self-esteem. Put a video out about this years ago. It's called self-esteem because it's self, oneself, esteem, admiration. So when you put self and esteem together, it is admiration for oneself. Your self-esteem, high or low, is not because of somebody else. It is because of how you think about your own self. Your admiration for oneself. So you thinking that, so what, other blue-eyed, blonde-haired young girls coming up, because of your low self-esteem, because of somebody else's low self-esteem, shouldn't be able to look at an ad and see a blue-eyed, blonde-haired girl? What are you talking about? There are plenty of ads with women of color. It's skin tone, baby. It says nothing about your character. It says nothing about your morals and your values. It says nothing about who you are. But let's be clear. This isn't necessarily about Sydney Sweeney having a white skin, blonde hair, and blue eyes. Most people think she's hot. Most people look at her fun bags. That's what they call them. Now, she's not my type, but she's a lot of people's type. I'm not blind. A lot of people would objectively would say she's objectively pretty. What are we mad about? Why does that bother you? It only bothers you because of how you feel about yourself. Long before this ad campaign was launched. So what you should do as a woman of color, and I can't stand that, because I would have seen you back in the day and you would have been white to me, but whatever. What you should do is be trying to put out a message then of positivity for other young girls of color, and just telling them how beautiful they are. You know, create a lipstick or a lip gloss line. Put some in your lip gloss line. But y'all are nuts. And you know how I know you are nuts? Because there was this campaign that dropped a few weeks ago that I ain't seen none of y'all complaining about. Let me play it.
Ian here is now at Ulta, and I'm here to see the display for the first time, you guys. Hi, honey. What's your name? Paulina. Nice to meet you, Paulina. Nice to meet you. What's your name, honey? Nice to meet you. We're gonna see what Javian hair looks like at Ulta for the first time. It's gonna be Ulta fun. Okay, let's see it. Who's that? She's so pretty. I got highlights since then. You guys, do you think it's pretty?
It's gorgeous.
Do you think she's gonna get along with all of her other new Ulta friends?
She fits right in.
She does, right? JVN Hair is now at Ulta Beauty nationwide. We love the hair.
So y'all didn't have a problem with a man in a dress referring to himself as a her? Little black lady, little woman of color in the video with him. You didn't feel uncomfortable having to refer to this man as a her or a she and act as if you were excited about it? The way y'all are saying this American Eagle ad is pushing Nazi propaganda. Why aren't y'all complaining about the propaganda that these nutcases, these men in dresses, these men calling themselves women, the propaganda that they are pushing on kids? Little skinny colored girl in the video that I just played. When you talk about you hate that young girls of color have to see that, do you have a problem with these young girls of color seeing men in dresses? Do you have a problem with young boys of color seeing men in dresses referring to themselves as she and her? This is how I know that y'all are nuts. This is why we don't take y'all seriously. Because the logic is out the window. It's gone. It's gone. There is no logic. If you feel like someone with blue eyes and blonde hair is superior to you, has the superior genes, G-E-N-E-S, wait, shit, I didn't look now. My logic is gone. I can't even spell. G-E-N-E-S. If you feel like they have superior genes, that's a you problem. That's not a Sydney Sweeney problem. That's not an American Eagle problem. That's not a white supremacist problem. That's a you problem. Because you know why I don't buy into the idea of white supremacy? Because in order for me to believe in white supremacy, I would have to believe in black inferiority. And skin color, from where I sit, from my point of view, means nothing. It's just the color of skin. Somebody's skin with less melanin, it doesn't make them better than me, right? So all of this projection that y'all are putting out here, little woman of color, fat Miss Piggy with the nose ring, Doja Cat with your blonde hair, that's not your genes. This is projection. To the ESPN writer that said he was mortified. This is projection. This clearly speaks on how you feel about yourself. Because otherwise, this is just an ad for jeans. Jeans. It's an ad for jeans. That's it. And if you felt like you were hot shit, you would also think, I got good genes. Because guess what? I know that I have good genes and I look great in a good pair of jeans. All of this that y'all are going through speaks volumes. This is why we need insane asylums reopened. Because y'all are nuts. You wake up every day looking for an opportunity to be offended. Many of you are always offended, but never ashamed. If you woke up thinking about you, your goals, what you wanted to accomplish in life, you wouldn't have time for this. Listen, I said, it came across my time. I was clueless. And this is what I do for a living, talking about y'all stupidity. And I still didn't know what was going on. It took more than one person to say, check this out. Because I wake up and I just go about my everyday life. Y'all wake up looking for ways to be offended. Gotta be miserable. You have to be miserable, and that has to be a miserable life. Sitting around looking for negativity and things that you can feel negative about. And at this point, y'all are grasping for straws. There's more to point out about her good genes than blonde hair and blue eyes. A lot of people would say, who passed them titties down? They pretty dope. A lot of people would say, why aren't you fat and out of shape? Somebody passed down some slim jeans to you. That's pretty marvelous. Y'all are nuts. And come on, y'all. I don't want to see another person projecting and talking about this is racist Nazi propaganda. I want you to remember the word self-esteem, admiration for oneself. This is not about how somebody else looks at you or how you look at someone else. This is about how you feel about yourself. Admiration for oneself. Because once you saw that ad, you should have thought, I got good genes too. Especially when she turned around, I was like, oh, I could knock that ad out the park. But I have real self-esteem.